Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the One Celtic fans. If you just set the camera straight, good afternoon. Welcome back. Breaking news this afternoon. Buenas tardes.
Jeez,
good afternoon. Welcome back to the One Celtic. Welcome back. There is breaking news this afternoon. Celtic have announced a brand new contract with Yang until 2030. That's a massive extension. Got to remember, Yang was out the door with Celtic only last summer. He was a player that was not wanted by the club and was to go down to Birmingham and be sold in a £3 million deal. Out the door. £3 million, and that deal fell through because Michael Nicholson wouldn't pick up the dog and bone and answer the phone to Birmingham. Yes, Michael Nicholson, his refusal that he was too busy led to Yang coming back up the road and with his tail between his legs, and he's been given a new contract at Celtic. What a turnaround in that young lad's career. Got to admit, he's had an interesting season with Celtic. He did get goal of the season against Rangers in a game that we got beat 3-1. Joseph Davison says, didn't see that come in. I don't think any of us seen a contract extension coming. Is this Celtic solidifying their team before the new manager comes in? Let's see what Celtic said about Yang first of all before we talk about the manager situation. Last weekend he was helping Celtic to a historic and thrilling 2025-26 title win over Hearts. Paved the way for Yang and his teammates to go for the double this weekend. Now the South Korean winger has a personal double as he celebrates. Not only has he signed a new contract with Celtic, he's also been recalled to the World Cup squad 2026. Clever move by Celtic. Player going to the World Cup. You know, disillusioned by Celtic last year. The fact that if he goes to the World Cup and he does fantastically well and anybody wants him to take him away from Celtic, it's going to cost big bucks now, the fact that he's just signed a contract until 2030. The new deal will see Yang remain with the club until 2030, with his wing displays making his scoring goals at crucial times when Celtic were fighting for the run of the title. Speaking to Celtic TV, said that Yang said, "I'm so happy to sign the new contract." Let's listen to the video of Yang.
I'm so happy to sign new contract. You know, I love this club. My future is here.
You've scored some big goals this season. Think of those goals against Rangers. How do you feel you've done this season?
I'm so happy.
The Yang dance!
But season a little bit hard, but we did.
We
were champion. I'm so happy. But I hopefully next season more easier. Will be champion.
Now that you've signed the new deal, Yang, what does the future hold for you?
I want to show better performance in the Europe game. Yeah.
And just simply, now that you've signed a new contract, what is your message of thanks to the fans?
Yeah. I know when I play, always support me. The fans always support me. I'm really happy to be there. So I want to say thank you very much.
Fair play to Yang. He's come under some criticism. I've given him some criticism. I think that the criticism is fairly due because he's a player that's not reaching his potential. Do you know, there is sometimes you know he's got it in him, and you just want, sometimes criticism can just get it over the line for players. You know what I mean? It's if you were a manager, you would hope that little bit of criticism would help push him on. Because that's all you're trying to do, and make him be the best player he can be. But anyway, Gangnam Style is here till 2030. Hey, sexy lady. Hey, 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 hey. Oh my goodness. We're going to have seasons upon seasons of Gangnam Style by Yang. Let's listen to Martin O'Neill and said what he had to say about Yang signing that new contract.
Yang signed a new contract with the club today. How pleased have you been with his development, particularly what seems like a real breakthrough season for him?
I'm absolutely delighted because I believe that come transfer deadline day he was down at Birmingham City, so I'm pleased that didn't go through. Obviously I didn't know him at that time, But there was something about him in training that you felt he's got a bit of something. Go past players, he can deal with the ball, all of those particular things, and maybe just needed a bit of confidence boosting as much as anything else. But he's done wonderfully well for us.
He's reached also double figures in this time. He's produced some pretty huge moments as well, including some in big matches. You spoke about his qualities there physically, but what about mentality-wise? What has he shown to you? That it's not just about playing for Celtic, but what playing for Celtic can bring.
I think you've summed it really. That's exactly right. It's how you deal with the situations. Now, I think that confidence is a major thing. And if you're going into a game with a lack of confidence, as a wide player, and I know this myself, the last thing you want to do is lose the ball a couple of times, because you just go into your shell and you don't want it. You don't want to try and take people on in case you lose it again. And all you'll do is just do the safe thing of passing the ball by. So a lot of that there definitely needs encouragement. But then when you know that you have it and you feel as if that people are on your side, that's the lovely thing about it, and he's done wonderfully well. The reason that he has done is that he's got big goals for us at big moments. He's brave as well too. Takes the ball under pressure. Listen, there's parts of his game that we talk about. We go through his clips, as it were, each week. Sometimes we come up with the same thing. They're telling Yang, can you do this? Can you do this? But he's super, and he's worked his way back into the South Korean squad.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic week for him. The contract signed, he's got a fantastic future. Cup final on the horizon as well. What can Yang bring to this Celtic team in the future now that the deal is signed?
Okay, well, the very obvious thing, improvement. He tries to improve his game. He tries to visualise situations when he's got the ball wide, when players are coming in to crowd him out. What does he do there? The last thing you want to do is come inside and flick a silly little ball to somebody that doesn't exist. So those type of things that I think he definitely can improve in. But in terms of confidence, he's got it this season. People believe in him, and I think that's very, very important. But the overall improvement in his game, I think he can take it a stage further. And, well, obviously, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, great news for Yang and great news for his future. Thanks for joining us, Martin.
Pleasure.
Martin O'Neill, only Martin O'Neill can get away with announcing a new player on a new deal and slate the player at the same time. Only Martin O'Neill could do that. It's an unbelievable, fair play. And I'm glad that Martin O'Neill came out and said, every game we say to him, Jan, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? They see what he's doing wrong, and I'm glad that I've been vindicated, and sometimes I have given him stick, but I'm glad that Martin O'Neill, on the day that he was offered a new contract, only Martin O'Neill can praise a player and give them stick about a new contract and give them stick about their ability, knowing that he can do more. And that's all we want from Yang, isn't it? What an winding him up at the same time. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's only Martin O'Neill could do that. Talking about Martin O'Neill, Robbie Keane. Yes, Robbie Keane. The decision by Robbie Keane to end his stay in Hungary. Will he go hungry for too long on football terms, or will he be back in management anytime soon? Does he have the hunger and the appetite to take on Celtic Football Club, or will he head south to Spurs? The odds are, some people will cry. I've got a hair in my eye. He's also on favourite to take the Celtic job. There may have been rumours circulating over the last couple of months. The Ireland legend, who was a fantastic goal scorer, he was a fantastic player for Spurs, and people think that he may go there. But I think that the deal is done. The rumours mill hasn't gone away. The connection. Will there be an Irish mafia at Celtic next year? Let's look at what Robbie Keane said. Around about a week ago, Robbie Keane came out and said in an interview that he doesn't care about what people are saying about him. He doesn't care about the negativity. He doesn't care about what people think of him as a person and anything that he's done in the past. He will just concentrate on the job he has to get the best out of the players that he has. Was that reference to him coming to Celtic? Was he letting his guard down a little bit? Tell me what you think in the comments. Friday afternoon, today the reports emerged from Hungary, the local media, that Robbie Keane has resigned from the manager's position. It was hinted that he would leave in the summer, but he has also been linked with another team. But I don't think he's going to go there. I think that he's got it written. I'd be surprised. I'm Irish and don't want Keane. This'll set fans. This will divide fans. You can just stick, never mind players. It's all stick, never mind the players. We give you loads of pelters too. Yes, you do that, of course. I get loads of pelters on this. I'm Irish and I don't want Keane too. That'll be so we can get decent money for him. Do you know what? I think that it's a good deal for Celtic. Don't know, he has been recalled, and like I say, only Martin O'Neill. When you look at it, I've never seen that before. Somebody sign a new contract, and at the same time, kind of get slated by the manager. Don't know. And the fact that he's came out and told us that, every week we get Yang in and we'll say, Yang, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Just to make him that little bit better. We know that he's got it in him. When he scored that goal, when he took on 3 or 4 players at the Rangers game at New Year to put Celtic 1-0 up, and you're thinking, you've got that in you, mate. Do you know what I mean? But like Martin O'Neill says, look, sometimes he misses a couple of chances. He passes. For Martin O'Neill to rip up his shreds as well, I don't want him taking on a player and then passing it into somebody that's not there. It was unbelievable from Martin. But what a cracking situation to be in. Get a player that can improve. If he doesn't improve, we could sell him at a vast profit because he's got a massive contract. Anyway, Keane's going to Bratislava. Please tell me he's going to Bratislava. People wanting him not to come to Celtic. I think Martin O'Neill will stay, especially as he knows what the squad needs and how to improve the squad instead of bringing in a manager when a team is going to have a big wipeout. Do you think we know how close Martin O'Neill is to Robbie Keane? The Irish connection over the next couple of weeks will increase at Celtic. If you remember, there was just a couple of... When was it? Was it the turn of the year? When there was the woman that was at Leicester, who ran Leicester, the Irish woman. She sat in the director's box beside Willie Hawkey and Dermot Desmond. And then it's funny how Willie Hawkey is now pumping 10 million into Celtic to keep the fans on side. There's a connection there. Sometimes Celtic tell you things and they just don't want to spell it out for you. They let you see what's kind of going on. And if you can't click, well, there you take it. It's too convenient with him stepping down. Spot on, Baz. Wolf, youngster paradise. Keane will be brought in will be brought out if we win the final tomorrow. Please, no. Do not believe Yang would stay if Martin O'Neill is leaving. I think that he would. Yang will be sold for a fortune, says James. The worst that can happen tomorrow is Neil Lennon wins the cup and the Huns go into the conference. Oh, that makes it even sweeter, doesn't it? Anyway, the breaking news this afternoon is the fact that Yang has signed a new deal. Now, there is other news. The SPFL are to investigate the Celtic games and playoff fixtures. Disciplinary investigation has been launched into the Motherwell Celtic game, the Celtic Hearts game, as well as 2 end-of-season lower league fixtures the SPFL have confirmed. This is just a big headline. Let's speak about this at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. Yang's girlfriend should live in Parkhead dressing room. Oof, that's a bit much, mate. I think he wants another crack at Europe. Fine with the Yang news, but I think we will need better out wide. Let's speak about it this evening, 8 o'clock Celtic Park time. Make sure you are there to have your say on all the Celtic news of the day. Have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are all around the world.